bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here with Switch Adapted Toys, and today I'm going to be showing you how to adapt these masks that we picked up at Disneyland. If you haven't seen our Disneyland video, we took a family vacation to Disneyland back in January, and while we were there, we did some shopping and kind of went into all the gift shops, and we found all the toys that we could find that we thought we could adapt, and we picked a lot of them up, we brought them home, and now we're creating how-to videos showing you how to adapt it. If you want to check out that Disneyland video, I'll put a link in the description below. But you don't have to go to Disneyland to pick up these toys. They are on Shop Disney. You could probably get them on Amazon and other places as well. But these are the ones that are in the park. So we thought this would be a really good time to do this because these would make great Halloween costumes or part of a Halloween costume. And it allows your kid to kind of engage in character. Before we get started, if you like this video or if you find it helpful, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe. It really does help us out in a huge way, so thank you in advance for doing that. If you're new to Switch Adapted Toys or if you've just stumbled across this video, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to make play possible for kiddos of all abilities. We do that by creating these free how-to videos and resources on our website, all about Switch Adapting Toys. But I just want to take a second and say thank you to all of our donors and all of our supporters out there. It really means the world to us. We can't make these free resources without your help. So thank you so much for that. If you want to find out more about Switch Adapted Toys, you could do so on our website, www.switchtoys.org. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I anticipate these two masks to be very similar in how you would go about adapting it. So for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna adapt the Mandalorian mask. Off camera, I'll also adapt the Spider-Man mask, and if there's any like major differences, I'll include it in the video. But I'm pretty sure you could follow along with the Mandalorian mask and just apply it to the Spider-Man mask, and you'll be perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to start by turning the toy over and removing all of the screws on the back of the toy. Okay, so I got all the screws taken off, but the mask is still not separated into parts. And this is really common that manufacturers will like hide screws places. So I was just kind of looking around and you can see like there's this little door up here above the button. My guess is that there's a screw placed there. And then maybe right here on the circle. So sometimes you kind of have to go just digging into the toys just to find these hidden screws. So I've got a little screwdriver that I'm going to try to pry open this little door. Hopefully they didn't glue it. If they glue it, it makes it a lot harder to get out. But let's see if we can get this door open. Tell you what, this is not very easy to do, but I'm gonna still keep working at it. I'm pretty sure they glued it together, but see if I can get it out. Oh, I got it. It took some serious force, but I was able to just stick a flathead screwdriver in there and pry it up. It's probably not going back in. I kind of had to damage it, but let's just call it a battle-worn helmet now. Okay, so let's try to get this little circle off now. My guess it's going to be just as challenging, but we'll see. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. There's another plug out, and they definitely did glue it. But now I've got that screw exposed. All right, so with all those screws removed, we should now be able to separate the toy. Oh, Okay, I got it. Okay, so there's a bunch of wires that go from the back of the mask to the front of the mask. So just be careful that you're not yanking on any of these wires. You could disconnect these wiring harnesses if you'd like, but I'm gonna try to do it without doing that for right now. We need to get into where the button is located, and we should be able to just, pop that off. All right, so right here you can see our button. And you see these brown wires. The color of your wires might be different, but the wires are going to these two little dots on the circuit board. We need to solder our headphone jack wires to those dots. But in order to do that, we need to get our headphone jack wire into the toy. And I think a good place to do that is going to be actually on this little piece that we popped off. So I'm going to basically drill my hole right through this little black accent piece on the whatever this is, the side of the helmet. And that way we can get our headphone jack wire to the switch, and our cord will kind of come out the side, which I think will be fine. All right, so with a drill and a drill bit that's the same diameter of your headphone jack, typically that's about 1/8 of an inch, we can go ahead and drill our hole right through the side of the toy. Next, we need to fish our headphone jack wire through the hole that we just drilled. And now we're ready to solder. All right, so don't let soldering intimidate you. It's really not that hard. As long as that you're safe where you're putting the tip of your soldering iron, because it gets very hot, you'll be fine. So I'm just gonna use the tip of my soldering iron to kind of heat up the wire. And I just wanna get a blob of solder on the tips of my wires. This will make it a lot easier when I go to actually solder it to the circuit board. So just kind of like that, I just kind of have like a blob on the tips of the wire. I really encourage you to get a mono headphone jack cable. It makes things so much easier. If you can't find any, we do sell them on our website, and all the proceeds help support what we're doing here. All right, now we can go ahead and solder our wires to the circuit board. And all I'm really gonna do is reheat the solder that I put on the wire and get it to stick to the circuit board. It doesn't have to look pretty. As long as it's attached, it'll do its job. It does not matter which headphone jack wire goes to which point on the circuit board. All right, so those are attached. Let's go ahead and plug in a switch and just make sure that it still works before we go ahead and put everything back together. So I've got our 3D printed switch here. You can get the files for these on our website. And I'm just gonna plug in my button, give it a test.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
There we go. So next what we need to do is prevent somebody from like yanking on this cord and just disconnecting everything that we just did. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap a zip tie around the wire on the inside of the toy, and I'm gonna glue it to the wire. And that will kind of create like a ball, a mass that won't be able to fit through the hole that we drilled. So that if someone were to yank on it, it kind of prevents any tension to be placed on the circuit board. I'm gonna go ahead and snip off the extra zip tie, and then I'm gonna use some CA glue or super glue, and I'm just gonna kind of put a dab of glue around that zip tie. And if you have some, you can use some activator spray, and that'll basically instantly dry that super glue. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and put the side of the helmet back on. It was held down with a little bit of glue. We probably should replace that because there's only one screw that's actually holding it down. And I'm afraid if someone were to really yank on that cord, that it might break it. So I'm just gonna put a dab of glue, my CA glue, kind of right where they had it. And I'm gonna go ahead and fit this piece back on. This might be harder than it looks. All right. I'm just going to kind of hold down my the top just so it makes good contact with the glue. You could use a little activator spray to help kind of set the glue. And just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere while I'm working, I'm just going to go ahead and screw that one back down. All right, so now we can put the back of the helmet back into place. We just want to make sure that we're not pinching any of those wires. It does look like I need to do a little bit more work over here. There we go, just snaps together. I'm going to go ahead and screw in the other screw here on the temple. And then we can go ahead and replace all the screws on the back of the toy. All right, so we got it put back together. Let's just make sure that it still works.
I like those odds.
There we go. See if it fits my big head.
That wasn't part of the deal.
All right, so just an update on the Spider-Man mask.
Spidey here, ready for action.
Honestly, this mask is a lot easier than the Mandalorian one. There's no hidden screws, and once you get the back off, you'll see the button. It looks just like the one on the Mandalorian, and so really it's the same process from there. It's just a lot easier to get into. So I hope you like this video. It's weird that I'm wearing this mask, but I'm just going to do it anyways. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe to stay up to date on all our latest videos. Switch Adapted Toys is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to make play possible for kiddos of all abilities. We do that by creating these how-to videos, as well as we've got plenty of free resources on our website all about Switch Adapting Toys. You can also pick up our 3D printed Switch button files there as well. If you've got a group or an organization and you want to adapt toys on a bigger scale for kids in your community, you could look into forming what we call a Switch chapter. And we kind of help walk you through the process of bringing Switch to your community and allowing you to provide toys for kids for free of charge locally. If that's something that you're interested in spearheading, I encourage you to check out our website. And also on our website, there's a map where you can go and you can see where all of our chapters are located. So if you want to get plugged in that way, that's a great way to do it. Lastly, if you're interested in a Switch Adapted toy, but doing it yourself just isn't your thing, we do have an online store where we sell some pre-adapted toys. It's on our website, www.switchtoys.org. We try to offer our toys as close to MSRP as possible, and all the proceeds help support creating this content and creating these free resources for everybody. So if doing it yourself isn't your thing, we got you covered. Check out the website. Well, that's it. I'm Eric with Switch Adapted Toys. We'll see you next time.
This is the way.
Switched Adapted Toys, making play possible.
If I can locate other Mandalorians, they can help guide me. I've been quested to bring him to his kind.